I don't know why I was doing that. So, I'm here to share one of the biggest things in my life that I haven't really done in a while. And that would be pretty much what I would call my craft and everything like that. But so I'm sure a ton of you out there have heard of like witches and witchcraft and stuff like that and think that it's all about magic and stuff like Charmed. We all wish it was. We all wish it was like Charmed. Let's get real. It's one of my favorite shows when I've been growing up and everything. But I once did a questionnaire. It was 30 questions and it was hashtag what's your craft. And I wrote it in this beautiful purple book, which I love, and I got like over 2 years ago, I think. I have no idea, but this is kind of like the journal for my craft and everything like that. I mean, call it what you want, Book of Shadows, Grimoire, I don't know. But I had the 30 questions written down, and I actually had my opinion written down on it, and there was a lot of people that were tagging What's Your Craft in YouTube videos and stuff like that, and I thought I'd like to do mine. I wrote these down a long time ago, and I still haven't posted it, and now that I have a YouTube channel, hopefully y'all like, I'm going to be talking about it. Just not very often. Let's get right into this, though. All right, number 1. When or how did you first know you were a witch? Well, I don't really go by the label of witch. I mean, that's pretty much how I use to describe myself to other people that don't really understand, but I'm pretty much eclectic all over the place, and I do my own thing and everything. It's pretty original. I wrote down the date, June 9th, 2015. But that was the date that I started like writing down my information and taking notes. And that is, I guess, when I started calling myself a witch in my craft. Number 2. How long have you been practicing? For almost 3 years now. I'm surprised I never stay on things this long pretty much, but this is one of the things that's really like run with me through my life and everything recently. And honestly, I've gathered so many different things. I love learning so many different things and everything. So this is definitely a place if you want to learn and like if you have an open mind and everything, definitely a place to start looking, I guess. But it's not for everybody. Number 3, what kind of witch are you? An eclectic witch. I pull from all different types of like paths and religions and stuff, but I make it my own. I like to be original. I don't like to be how other people are, which I'm pretty sure nothing's really original nowadays since like how many people have probably done this before me, but I like to think it's original to me. What path or tradition do you follow? I don't follow any specific path or tradition, and most of the time I do whatever is interesting me at the time. So, number 5, is your craft devotional or secular? It's pretty secular. I used to pray and devote my craft to Arachne because I loved the history behind her and her mythology and everything, but I don't anymore. Number 6, are you a closeted witch or in the open? I'd pretty much say I was in the open. I'm not ashamed to tell people about it and everything, but it's not something I bring up in conversation. Not all the time, at least. Solitary or coven? I am mostly solitary. I don't really like working with other people in my craft and everything, just because so many people don't really know much about it, and it's hard to explain, especially since there's so many topics and so many things involved with it. It's different. It's different to everybody, so. Number 8, what is something you wish someone had told you or something you wish you knew when you first started? Probably wish that I had somebody to teach me and everything, but I had to learn on my own, which wasn't a big deal, but I didn't know where to start at the time. So now I'm pretty much doing what I need to do and learning what I need to learn and everything, catching up and everything. All right, number 9, what resource was the most valuable for your beginning practice and what about now? My most valuable was probably books and knowledge and stuff like that. Learning a lot through books. I obtained a lot of books through either half-price books or through some of my friends. And I loved reading them and stuff like that. I haven't read all of them, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I just got the books because I love covers. I don't know why. But the most important one, I think when I was starting out, was Solitary Witch by Silva Ravenwolf. And it had everything to get me started and everything. And it didn't just have Solitary Witch stuff in there and practices. It did have some coven work and how to get started with a coven, but Most of the time, it was pretty much like a dictionary for starting witches and beginners and stuff like that. Even like advanced ones. Like you get some tools and information that you may not have known before. Number 10, what was your first spell and was it successful? It was a negativity removal spell, and I guess it was kind of successful, but I didn't know too much about stuff like that. And it was just so irritating and stuff like that, to be honest, because I didn't know what I was doing, and so many other people were involved in the spell, and I don't know. What I knew then is not like what I knew now, and if I knew what I knew now back then, I probably would have never done it because it was stupid, to me at least. But everybody's got to start somewhere. Number 11. What do you do when you feel out of touch with your craft? Pretty much what I used to do was fiddle around with my runes and stuff like that. Now, what I got over here is my book, the Book of Runes and stuff like that. Now, I loved this book and everything, and it came with a bag of runes. They're Viking runes and everything, which I had for 2 years, and then they ended up getting stolen, which is kind of crap. But now I don't have any runes with me in my new place at the moment. But I used to fiddle around with those and everything. Now, pretty much, I'll wear my rose quartz or mess with my rose quartz once in a while. Number 12, have you ever doubted your faith or ability? I think everybody does that. I think everybody has times that they doubt their faith and their ability and stuff like that, because not everybody's perfect. Unless you're like a narcissist out there saying, I am the best at everything. Or you just think you're the best and you don't care about anybody else. I don't know the definition for narcissist, but... Number 13, what are some grounding techniques that you find work for you? Mostly listening to music. I'm horrible at meditation, and I really just... It's hard for me to focus. I have bad, fidgeting and stuff like that. I don't like to stay in one spot for very long and everything, which sometimes I'm really surprised that I sit here and make these videos. But they'd probably be very annoying if I was up and moving around a lot. Anyways, number 14. What's your biggest pet peeve in the magical community? I wrote 3, I guess. At least around the witches I know, it's so female-oriented, it's often forgotten that male witches exist, it really, pressed on my buttons and stuff like that, because it's not just a whole female craft and everything like that. But it's pretty much centered around it, and it's kind of sexist and everything. At least that was my biggest pet peeve back then. Now I really don't care, because it's just people are going to say what they're going to say. There's always going to be those trolls out there that are going to be hating on something or hating on someone. That's a thing. I hate things. You guys probably hate things. That's probably a thing. Number 15. What's your biggest spell disaster? Probably doing a past life spell when I wasn't ready, because it just got so intense and everything, and it was just, there was a lot put into it, and it was, I'm not going to go into a ton of detail, or pretty much no detail, but it was just a bad idea at the time, and I didn't know then what I knew now and everything, so that's definitely a no-go ever again, because it went bad. Number 16, what is your view on black magic? That depends on what you think black magic is. There's probably plenty of things that it can be known as. I don't have a specific thing. I used to think it was like magic, like cursing somebody and stuff like that, and that's probably how you would view dark magic or black magic, whatever you want to call it. Let me know down in the comments what you actually believe black magic is, or you think black magic actually is a thing. Some people don't. Some people just call all magic neutral and stuff like that, but it all depends on the person. Number 17. Is witchcraft an everyday thing or for special occasions? It's probably more now for whenever I feel up to it, to be honest, because it used to be an everyday thing, but you get worn out pretty quickly. Number 18, do you meditate? I answered that in one of the other questions, that I don't meditate very well. 19, do you practice divination, and what techniques? I do, and I did show you something like the runes, the Book of Runes. I did tarot cards, which is a new practice I am learning and everything, and I have my angel tarot cards, which I love working with angels and everything like that, so that's perfect for me. and what techniques, pretty much tarot and runes and stuff like that. Number 20, moon phases, correspondence, day of the week, hour, irrelevant or key. Pretty much irrelevant. I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of people have time to do that, but I do not. There's a lot that goes into that, and it's just really confusing to me. So I'd rather focus on my craft and stop trying to make it so like, oh, what hour of the day, you know, I have to have it right when the sun's above me. That's confusing. Number 21, spell language. Simple, dress it up, poetry, or silent. It's whatever I feel like doing when I do it. If I dress it up or rhyme and stuff like that, that's what I do. Sometimes it rhymes, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it's horrible, sometimes it's amazing. I guess it all depends on who's writing it, when you're writing it, stuff like that. Mood and everything. Number 22, do you keep a book of shadows or grimoire? I keep multiple books, and this one right here, I would probably call my book of shadows because it's my main book and everything, and this is the one I don't like anybody really touching or doing anything with. Now, I have plenty of other books, plenty. I have right back here on my stand and everything. I pretty much call them just like journals and stuff like that, probably call grimoires, I don't know. Number 23, do you have an altar? I used to have an altar set up, but I would change it so many times that I got tired of moving everything. So I'm just like, whenever I want to use one, I'll use one. I'll set it up. But then it all depends. Number 24, thoughts on the afterlife. I can get into this topic, but that would be something for another video. That would be a really long video because I just have my thoughts on it. Number 25, do or would you teach or practice witchcraft to your children? I would give my children the chance to follow their own path, and if that's what they wanted to learn, I'd be glad to teach them what they wanted to learn. But they'd also have to find their own path themselves. Like, I'm not going to shove it down their throats and be like, this is who you're going to be. No, I'm not going to be that type of parent. Number 26, do you have a totem animal? I don't think so. We'll just put it at that. 27, which books that have influenced you? Probably Silver Ravenwolf, The Solitary Witch, Earth Angels, which is a book by Doreen Virtue. And it's amazing. And I believe that she actually helps with the tarot cards, which actually is my angel tarot cards and everything. It's an amazing book. If you don't know what it is, go look it up. It's amazing. And the Ralph H. Blum, the Rune Book, which I also showed you. Number 28, tools. Anything could be a tool. For me, it's more on whether it's useful in my craft at the time. Like, I could probably see something, like, at a shop like this little thing. It's just a little fairy dude that I've had for a very long time and everything like that. And it all depends. Sometimes there's just for decorations and stuff, and sometimes it's just for power things. Number 29, do you have a magical name? I do, but I am not going to share it for personal reasons. Number 30, favorites. Favorite season is summer. I don't use herbs, except for bay leaves. Crystal, rose quartz. If you haven't seen my first vlog, obviously it's rose quartz. I don't use anything else pretty much. Rune. I don't think I have a favorite rune. I feel like I should, but I don't. My favorite tarot cards. Out of my angel tarot, it's the Three of Water, because that's the one that just popped out to me. And my symbol or sigil is called the Sigil for Dragons, and it's the one that I memorized so much and I like. And I had to show a picture of it because I don't have anything else. And that's pretty much it. Anyways, if you guys liked this video, go ahead and leave a like. Go ahead and subscribe to my video for more vlogs and everything. I post usually on Monday when I can, and I'll try and post sometime during the day. Hopefully not at night, but if I do, I do. And leave a comment down below what you think black magic is. Definitely let me know. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.